The Amazing Spider-Man, Issue 66, The Madness of Mysterio. The Amazing Spider-Man, The Madness of Mysterio. The stage is set, the plan is completed, the time has come. Now, after all these months, Mysterio will have his long-awaited fatal revenge upon the unsuspecting Spider-Man. And now, let's prove that the mighty men of Marvel haven't lost their master's touch. It may seem to be no more than a tabletop model of a typical amusement park, the type of mock-up I designed when I was the greatest special effects man Hollywood has ever known. But as Spider-Man will soon find out, it's more than it seems to be, far, far more. Just as Mysterio himself is far more dangerous than ever before. Even my all-concealing helmet contains a new psychedelic power designed especially for the masked wall crawler. But he'll learn of it himself, all in good time. And when my newest and my greatest weapon is trained upon him, it'll be the very last lesson he ever learns. When last we battled, just 1 year ago, he thought he had defeated my hapless partner and me, and I've done all I could to allow him to think so, in order to lower his guard. I was in no great hurry, getting myself assigned to the prison pharmacy. I slowly, carefully accumulated the chemicals I needed until, at last, I have everything I need. So it's time for Mysterio to grant himself a pardon. Now, here comes the guard. Hey, what's that puff of smoke? What's going on in there? It's starting to clear. Now I can see the cell's empty. He's gone. And now the time has come for Mysterio to live again. My first step will be the commission of a crime. It must take place in the heart of New York and be colorful enough to attract the attention of Spider-Man, because I first have to find him before I can destroy him. And destroy him I will. I've worked too hard, waited too long, planned too well for anything to go wrong now. But now, let's see what's shaken with our web-swinging victim-to-be. I left my clothes and my camera atop the roof of the Daily Bugle while I was battling the Vulture. As long as I'm losing my war on poverty, I can't afford to kiss him off. For once, and I'm in luck. I found my threads anyway. But I hope the camera isn't gone. It took me months to pay for all its automatic gizmos. Ah, there it is. Come to Spidey, sweetie. I'm sure glad they haven't gotten around to cleaning up this mess yet. Joan is probably too cheap to buy a broom. And speaking of jolly JJJ, I wonder if he's still mad at poor Petey Parker. I could hardly tell him why I had to cut out when I was supposed to be snapping the Vulture's battle with Spidey. But that's the least of my worries right now. I still have to dream up some excuse to give Aunt May for why I haven't seen her for days. And that won't be easy. Then there's Norman Osborn. Nobody knows what's happened to him. If he should become the Green Goblin once again, I'm really in the stew. And Gwen still thinks I'm strictly for the birds. Boy, my biggest problem is what to worry about first. Finally, after a restless, sleepless night, might as well get up early. Can't sleep anyway. My bruises sure are healing fast. That's one good thing about my spider power. I can recuperate quickly. Probably the only good thing about it. For all the luck it's brought me, I might as well. Oh no, look what happened to my shirt and all that debris. Good thing Aunt May doesn't do my laundry anymore. Saves me a lot of explaining lately. Well, I'd better see Jameson and get it over with. Oh, Peter, are you sure you want to see him? He's fit to be tied. But I want to discuss those Vulture pics, Betty. I know, but that's what he's mad about. Ew! Get out of my office before I throw you out. But I wanted to tell you. I said out! You always thought you had me over a barrel because you had the best photos I could buy, huh? Well, not this time, smart guy. While you chickened out on me, I had a staff man snap all the pics I need. So get lost, Parker. You're finished here. Leeds, get in here. Bring me the photos of the vulture. They ought to be developed by now. Ha ha. When I think of that look on Parker's ugly face. Better brace yourself, Mr. J. Your Shutterbug was so scared when he snapped these that his hands shook. These are the vulture? Want me to see if I could find Parker for you? Don't say it, don't say it. Not a word, not a sound. It's all a dream, a nightmare. I'll soon wake up. Oh, the pain, the pain. Well, I worried penniless youth has his problems too. I didn't want to think of it, but I have to. It's the only way I can raise some money. But that's less than half what it cost me, and it's almost new. Look, I have to make a profit too. Okay, you bought yourself a cycle. Come on, Parker, snap out of it. You can always buy another bike. What's that? Why is my spider sense tingling? Look, in that alley. A sudden puff of smoke, a figure forming. Smoke? A figure forming? That can only mean the time has come to show myself once more. Help, police. Mysterio. Mysterio indeed. The greatest mystic genius of all time. Stand aside. I have no time to waste on nobodies. Can't attack him now, here in full view of everyone. I've got to wait, to bide my time. But how did he get free? What's he after? Stop him. He's a madman. He's dangerous. He appeared out of nowhere, in the middle of my store. I figured it was a holdup. I gave him my cash, but he just laughed, threw it aside as if it was worthless. He scared all my customers right out of the place. That's how he did it before. He's some kind of magician or something. Whoa, slow down, mister. How could he appear right out of nowhere? Or do you mean, hey, now that the smoke's clearing, he's gone again? He's faded from sight, and yet I still sense him. But how? Hold it, son. You were the closest. Did you see where the Joker ran off to? It looked to me as if he just faded away. I thought so too, but it isn't possible. There must be an answer. There is, but only Spidey can find it. I've got to find a place to change, and fast. If I rush, I might still... Hey, wait a minute. Why am I being such an eager beaver? Even if I nab him, what'll Peter Parker get out of it? Let the police tackle him. I'm sick of being a fall guy. I'm not forgetting my oath. If someone's in danger, I'll still knock myself out to help. But every time I go tearing out after some nutty costume creep, the only one who ends up getting it in the neck is me. Meanwhile, right under Peter's feet, I was certain Spider-Man would have heard of my appearance and come after me. But I can afford to be patient. Sooner or later I'll find him and finish him forever. Although it sometimes seems to us that his own worries may one day finish him without any outside help. I've spent years risking my neck fighting crime, and where'd it get me? I had to sell my bike to keep from going broke. What happens next when I've nothing left to sell? Peter, I've been searching all over for you. I was afraid I'd never find you. Gwen, I don't get it. I thought you were through with me. Oh, no, Peter, no. Dad explained everything. How you weren't to blame for what happened. Gwendy, it's more than I dared to hope. All this time, I've been feeling sorry for myself, unwilling to admit I was just carrying a king-sized torch for you. Oh, Peter, it was as though my whole world had come to an end. But not anymore. Suddenly, with you in my arms again, everything seems right again. No matter what happens now, no matter what new problems may come along, they won't mean a thing. Don't talk, Mr. Parker, just hold me. so you won't see me cry. Minutes later, after our cuddling couple have regained their composure, I can't let you go so soon, Gwendy. It'll taste like nectar with you, man o' mine. How about some jab at the coffee bean? Hey, Parker, Gwen Stacy, what are you saying? How's about joining us? Do you hear anything, Gwendolyn? Only the pitter-patter of my happy heart, Joy boy. Would you believe I'm nuts about you? Try telling me and see. While directly across town, Daily Bugle city editor Joe Robertson joins Gwen's dad for lunch for a somewhat different reason. You say you want to talk to me about Spider-Man, Mr. Robertson? That's right, Captain Stacy. I know that you're interested in the web slinger also. It's more than casual interest. He once saved the life of my daughter, Gwen, and myself when we were menaced by the Kingpin. That's just it. He saved Jameson and me too when the Vulture almost killed us, although Jonah never admitted it. Well, sir, it seems we do have quite a bit in common. Of course, my interest in Spider-Man is professional. I'd like to unearth enough information about him to make a page-one story. As a criminologist, my interest is professional too, but I suspect we both feel he's misunderstood. If I could just convince Jameson that he's wrong about the web-slinger, his hatred of him is almost psychotic. What do you think Spider-Man's real motives are? He seems driven by some strange inner compulsion. Something must have happened in his past. Finally, somehow I can't escape the nagging feeling that I know him. We both have reason to feel that he knows us at any rate. Well, let's keep in touch, Captain Stacy. By all means, I think we should compare notes more often. And whether that little meeting bodes good or bad for Spidey, only time will tell. Meanwhile, no matter how many things are going wrong in my life, now that I have Gwen again, nothing will ever make me toss in that towel. I hope Harry's home. I'd like to... Wow, speak of the devil. Pete, I was wondering where you were. Any word from your dad yet? No, don't bother answering. I can tell by your face. But you gotta get a hold of yourself, man. It can't be all that bad. It is, Pete, I know it. I have a feeling that I'll never see my father again. That's not like you, buddy. What about his factory? Maybe he's returned. Let's try it. Sure, anything you say. But upon reaching the sprawling plant, no, your father hasn't been here for days. We figured he's on vacation. The fools, they think Norman Osborn would have a dozen ways to enter his own factory without being seen. As the multi-powered Green Goblin, I can glide over any fence or gate. Ha! If that lily-livered son of mine never suspected who I really am. But let him search for me. Him and that holier-than-thou roommate of his. His roommate. Why does the mere thought of him make my blood boil? I won't be in the dark much longer. My memory gets clearer with each passing second. I can't even tell Harry the truth about his father. But if Osborn becomes the Goblin again and remembers who I am, that'll sink everything. Would you drop me at my Aunt May's Harry? Might as well. There's no place left to look. Sure you won't come in? Oh, thanks, Pete. I want to keep driving. It's the only thing that relaxes me, and there's always a chance I'll catch a glimpse of him. Okay, Harry, I understand. I'll see you later on, and take it easy, hear? It's just as well he didn't join me. Aunt May is sure to have a million questions to ask. Oh, no. That's her voice. What's wrong? What's happening in there? Aunt May, are you all right? Nobody here. She must be in the next room. Aunt May, what is it? What's wrong? Peter, is it really you? Oh, thank heaven you're here. At first I thought it was just some sort of science fiction show, but it isn't. It's real. What's real? What do you mean? On the TV, I can't even bear to look. It's that horrible creature who calls himself Mysterio. He's broken into all the channels. He's making the most awful threats to destroy the entire city. So that's what it is. He's only using images, special effects. He's a master of such things. The sight you are witnessing is merely a fantasy, but it could happen. Mysterio has the power to do it, just as I have the power to preempt the TV show you are watching. But first, I shall destroy my greatest enemy. He knows who I mean, and he knows that I can do it. He's more arrogant, more sure of himself than ever before. It must mean that his power is greater than it was. Oh, I was so worried about you, Peter. I didn't know where you were, and with such a monster running loose in the city. And now, before the eyes of millions, I challenge the doomed Spider-Man to meet me at a place that only we two know. The place where we had our first battle, and where we'll now have our final one. Spider-Man. According to the Daily Bugle, he's just as bad. Where will it all end? You know you're not supposed to get upset. Look at you all pale and trembling. Now just lie down here and forget about Mysterio and Spider-Man and everyone. Peter, is that you? I went out to do some shopping and... Oh, well, what's wrong with May? Something on TV gave her a shock. I think we'd better call the doctor for her. Would you phone him, Mrs. Watson? I've got something to do that can't wait. What can be so urgent to take you away from your aunt at a time like this? I haven't time to explain, but there's nothing more I can do here. Perhaps I just need a little sleep. The best thing I can do for her is to polish off Mysterio. If I can make her feel the city isn't a jungle, that law-abiding people can still live in safety. This is it, the place where we first fought. Even though the old studio building is all boarded up now, my spidey sense is tingling like mad. And that means Mysterio is waiting for me inside. No need to try to sneaking up on him, he knows I'm coming. So I'll just tear through this corrugated steel door, no matter how much noise it makes. So soon, Spider-Man. I didn't think you'd be in such a rush to face your final Waterloo. Or do you have to rush because you rent that corny costume by the hour? Skip the sarcasm, Mysterio. It'll take more than some hokey chatter to save yourself now. You? Threatening me? That's the biggest laugh yet. Okay, bullhead, laugh. Once I get a hold of you, What? He's gone. How very perceptive of you to notice that. Take it easy, Spidey. Remember, he's the trickiest foe of all. It doesn't matter whether they're just clever stunts or actual magic. He's still able to vanish and then reappear again like a ghost. Might as well show yourself, mister. You can't hide in a smokescreen forever. Don't count on it, you fool. Perhaps this will serve to teach you that Mysterio is far, far more than a brilliant trickster. Well, Webhead, keep talking, Charlie. My inning's coming up. Okay, big man. Now we'll do it my way. So, you expect your wall-crawling powers to beat me, eh? Well, since your finish is almost here, I'll reveal myself in order to point out your final resting place. A tabletop model of an amusement park. Big deal. It's a far bigger deal than you could possibly suspect. Some guys collect bottle tops. But your thing is toy amusement park, so congratulations. He's heading for that nutty-looking gun, Gizmo. Is that the trap he's set? Yes, we all have our little idiosyncrasies. You can say that again. Now, my hang-up is a simple one. I don't like being used for target practice. How sad. It's too late for you to prevent it now. Surely you don't think I wear this cloak merely for show? See how easily it can be used to tangle any foe, and the more you struggle, the less good it will do you. He's managed to vanish again. I'm just taking swings at an empty cloak. He wanted to delay me, long enough for him to reach that deadly-looking gadget, and he's probably grabbed it by now. I was right, there he is. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Oh, he's activated it. Quick thinking, Spider-Man. You move so quickly that any other weapon would have missed you. But fortunately, my weapon doesn't need to score a direct hit. What's happening to me? I know I'm not hurt, and yet everything's spinning around. It feels like I'm dying and being born again all at the same time. The whole world is changing, whirling, going stark raving mad. What does it mean? Where will it end? Everything stopped. The smoke is clearing. There's no sound. I never heard such silence before. Why do I feel so strangely different? No, it can't be. It can't. But it is, you helpless fool, it is. And the greatest feature of my triumph is this. In the few minutes of life which remain for you, you will never really know what has happened to you, or why, or even how. But it no longer really matters. No one who is only 6 inches high can save himself from total annihilation at the hands of Mysterio. Next, to squash a spider.